Good evening, everyone. A divided French National Assembly elected General Charles de Gaulle premier today in Paris, 329 votes to 224, after an angry floor debate. Left-wingers shouted charges of blackmail and dictatorship. In his first official acts, de Gaulle lifted the censorship placed on the country several weeks ago and immediately demanded emergency powers for a period of 6 months. Outside, in the city streets, meanwhile, communists rioted for several hours but were later broken up with tear gas and clubs used by Parisian gendarmes. Back in this country, the White House expressed gratification tonight that the French crisis is finally being resolved and said that we are looking forward to continued friendly relationships with France. Defense Secretary Neil McElroy says the rise of General de Gaulle to power may possibly help our efforts to build up Western European defenses, and he stated that he sees no possible reason for any immediate change in NATO. The Russians have agreed to begin technical talks sometime this month on the possibility of banning nuclear weapons testing at some future date, and they have also proposed that Poland and Czechoslovakia be included. President Eisenhower will answer this latest note from Soviet Premier Khrushchev when he returns to the White House in Washington tomorrow morning after spending the Memorial Day weekend at his farm home in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The holiday weekend traffic death toll around the country has now reached 318 persons. This is most certainly bad, but for the last few hours the fatality rate per hour has been decreasing, and safety officials now believe we may not reach the record Memorial Day highway death toll of 369 set in the year 1955. Here in Florida, the highway fatality list now has 17 names, along with 9 drownings, 1 electrocution, and 1 suffocation case. A tragedy of a different nature today in Mount Pulaski, Illinois. 2 railroad workers were killed when a rail gasoline tank exploded. The resultant fire destroyed a grain elevator and 2 houses. As the flames spread, the entire town was immediately evacuated. The Ford Motor Company and Chrysler Corporation appear ready tonight to go on with General Motors in a no-contract relationship with Walter Reuther's United Auto Workers. Their contracts expire at midnight, and at last report negotiations were still underway in Detroit, Michigan. And that's a look at the news up until 10 minutes past 11 from around the world in the state of Florida. Be sure to join Charlie Cox upcoming tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. on Channel 13 with our next edition of Newsroom. Good night.